Dani with Super Cat Saturday.
Sandra, are you excited for Super Cat Saturday?
Do you want the truth?
No, I think we know the truth. Thank you. Miss Skylar is very excited about it. Carrie, thank you for sharing. Miss Skylar, I like the fall bandana scarf, and also Luigi in his business best this morning. Very cute. Thank you, Jill. We also have Michi with a twin, apparently. Thank you, Chris, for sending that our way. As we move into the rest of the morning, rain. That's the big weather story, at least for the morning. We can wrap those rain chances up for the second half of your Saturday, but that's when the gusty wind sets up. I'll have a lot to tell you about timing out today's showers and the full AccuWeather forecast coming up. So yes, we have rain chances in the forecast today, but it's not a total washout. We have plenty of dry hours this weekend. You just got to make it through your Saturday morning. Right now, 60 degrees and cloudy. Kind of a spooky camera view there with the low cloud cover and fog. Temperatures are in the upper 50s, low 60s across the tri-state. Here's a look at that visibility. We're just under 1.5 miles for Central Park and Newburgh, under 1 mile for Belmar. So we are dealing with some visibility issues, a lot of moisture to work with. Watch out for the low cloud cover and patchy fog. And of course, you got to watch out for the rain as well. Not seeing anything all that widespread or consistent right now, but we are starting to see the activity pick back up after a lull overnight. It looks like there's a nice little downpour over portions of Sussex County, moving into Orange County, Middletown, getting some light to moderate rain right now. A little further south, moving into portions of Union and Essex, then of course Middlesex and Monmouth County, seeing some widespread rain. There's this line of heavier rain right over the 95 there, but in general, not widespread yet. We do expect the rain to start to kind of fill in through the remainder of this morning as this area of low pressure moves north and east. So as we put Futurecast into play, heading toward 9 o'clock, that's when we do expect slightly more widespread rain. And in spots, it's going to be heavy. Do you see this line here of the heavy rain expected? That's really where we're expecting the more impressive rainfall totals. So over portions of Long Island up through Fairfield County. This will start to shift east as we move into midday. So after about noon, from Spots City west, we're going to start to trend drier, but it'll take us a few more hours to wrap up the rain chances east of New York City throughout the day. But as we move toward late afternoon, early evening, it looks like that area of low pressure moves on and our rain chances start to dry out. From there, that's when the gusty wind really sets in. So this morning and through the afternoon for some areas, we are going to see wet weather. Much drier tonight into tomorrow. In fact, Sunday, we can all but eliminate rain chances, spotty at best, under 10%, but it is going to be awfully gusty out there. So rain gear this morning and then jackets, windbreakers as we move into tonight and tomorrow. Looking hour by hour, see those rain chances remaining elevated through about midday, and then we can dry out. Temperatures today, upper 50s, low 60s. Do want to point out the wind. It's just a light breeze this morning, but as we move into this afternoon, gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour, and we'll turn that up closer to 40 for tomorrow. So some windy days ahead of us, but the wet weather is primarily this morning. Well, weather wellness, air quality is good. Pollen is low. UV index is low today as well. We're looking at high temperatures topping out in the low 60s. So it is going to be a rainy start, but the rain this morning turns to just a few scattered showers this afternoon and evening, with maybe even a few breaks in the cloud cover, but it does become windy. And tonight is going to be windy and much chillier, with gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour working into tomorrow. So it is going to be a windy one tomorrow. Please keep that in mind. If you have any Halloween decorations outside, they might be down the street as we move into tomorrow afternoon and evening with that gusty wind. Looking at the 7-day forecast after tomorrow, much better weather. Beautiful conditions for the work week. We're looking at sunshine and temperatures rebounding close to 70 by Wednesday. So better weather ahead this morning. It's on the wet side, and then windy through tomorrow, and then improvement. Shantae and Sandra?
Looking forward to that improvement. Dani, thank you.
Yeah.
Sandra, I think today it's Umbrella by Rihanna, right? I mean, it's only fitting. We have Mr. B from Diane, who is sitting like a human, and that made me laugh really hard. So thank you, Diane, for sending us Mr. B. There's Oscar rolling around on the ground. Garcia, thank you for sending Oscar. And we also have Snoopy, and I like his little cat harness. I'm guessing Snoopy's going on a walk. I don't know. Thank you, Sue, for sending us Snoopy. As we move into the rest of this morning, rain is becoming a little more widespread. That's the big weather headline to start our Saturday. It is a soggy start, but rain chances taper off this evening as we trade the wet weather for a whole lot of wind. But we are dealing with rain this morning. I'll give you a radar update, let you know when this clears out, and the full AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is a wet weekend, our 7th in a row, but by tomorrow morning, those rain chances wrap up. Today, that's not necessarily the case with rain favoring the first half of our Saturday. But Super Cat's looking pretty cute. Miss Skylar from Cary. I like the fall-themed bandana or scarf there, whatever you call it. We also have Luigi here in his best business casual. Love the tie, so cute. And Michi with a twin from Chris, very cute. This morning, we are seeing the rain become a little more widespread with the steady showers favoring the first half of your Saturday. We can wrap up those rain chances heading into this evening, but we trade the wet weather for really gusty wind. I'll break it all down for you in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up. Dante, I wish it was a better one, but don't worry, it's not a total washout. Rain chances favor the first half of today, and then we trade the rain for the wind as we move into tonight and tomorrow. Right now, 60 degrees in New York City. That's actually fairly mild, at least compared to where we've been. Upper 50s, low 60s across the tri-state. A lot of that cloud cover locking in a little bit of warmth, which is why temperatures are running mild. But the big weather headline is wet weather, and the radar has really started to come to life over the past hour, with most of New Jersey right now seeing widespread rain. A quick radar tour, parts of the lower Hudson Valley, parts of Orange County up through Sullivan, seeing widespread rain down through Sussex. And this is where we're starting to see pockets of heavier rain develop over through Manhattan, starting to work into parts of Brooklyn, Staten Island, getting nice little downpours. And we're seeing this from Union, Essex, even parts of Bergen, Passaic, down through Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean County. So you see a lot of New Jersey under rain with pockets of heavy rain right now. This area of low pressure going to start to drift north and east. So this is why we're spreading that widespread rain into the rest of the tri-state. But you notice after midday today, we start to trend drier as that area of low pressure shifts east. So we'll dry out from west to east as we move into the second half of your Saturday, and that's when the gusty wind picks up. But for the first half of your Saturday, keep the rain gear close by. You see those rain chances remaining elevated through about noon, and then we taper off that rain chance. The clouds will even break a bit, and things look a touch better moving into tomorrow. So today, we're starting with widespread rain, just a few showers this afternoon and evening, and that's when the wind picks up. Tomorrow is mostly dry, but it is on the windy side with gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. So maybe not the best weekend, but we have a lot of sunshine and milder temperatures on the 7-day. So better weather just ahead. I'll time out today's rain in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up. Sandra?
All right, we'll see you then, Danny. Thank you. Now to the
You have on deck.
Shantae and Sandra, I love the video of dogs. And actually, next weekend, I want to show Super Cat Saturday and Big Dog Sunday in Halloween costumes. So if you have any pictures of your cats or dogs in costume, please email them to superpets@wabc.com. Mr. B, not in costume, but I still loved this picture from Diane because Mr. B sits like a human, and I think that's hilarious. Oscar rolling around on the ground there. Garcia, thank you for sharing, Oscar. And then we have Snoopy in Snoopy's harness going for a ride in the car from Sue. Very cute. Today, wet weather, at least for the first half of the day. Rain chances favor from now until about noon, 1 o'clock in New York City. If you are east of the city, rain chances linger a little bit longer, but across the board, it looks like we can dry out as the gusty wind picks up tonight into tomorrow. I'll time out today's rain in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Danny with Super Cat Saturday.
Sandra, on a day like today, it might be Soggy Cat Saturday. We'll start with Miss Skylar, very cute from Cary. We also have Luigi, who looks really nice in his workwear there. Luigi, thank you. Jill for sending us that. Michi with a twin from Chris, very cute. Do want to mention, it is a wet start to our Saturday morning. Of course, we know that. But in some spots, things are getting a little flooded. A flood advisory issued for parts of Northeast New Jersey as well as Staten Island, just given the rainfall intensity we've seen so far. This rain continues for the next few hours before tapering off tonight, and then we trade the rain for the wind. I'll time out the rest of the rain today and show you the radar coming up in the full AccuWeather forecast.
Weather forecast.
Okay, well, we've officially picked up measurable rain in Central Park. In fact, 0.6 of an inch already this morning, and almost 1/2 of an inch of that fell within an hour. We're moving into the second wettest fall on record in New York City, and now the 11th wettest year. And we've been plagued by these wet weekends today. No different, but it's not a total washout. We wrap up those rain chances moving into the second half of the day. Right now, 58 degrees, reading as rain. Temperatures across the tri-state, mid to upper 50s. So that rain-cooled air making it feel awfully chilly. And the radar is active. It has been for most of the morning, but starting to see hints of this area of rain pushing further east. Generally, we're going to see clearing from west to east moving into this afternoon. North of New York City, we're seeing the lower Hudson Valley, generally west of the Hudson. Widespread rain, but fairly light. Into northeast New Jersey, a flood advisory in this area, including Staten Island, until noon today because of the rain that's fallen so far this morning, in some cases over 2 inches. Up through the Bronx, we're still seeing heavy rain, but Manhattan is a little lighter. The rainfall intensity City for Staten Island starting to back off. Coney Island getting some heavy rain right now, and it's fairly widespread from Brooklyn over through Nassau County. But as we zoom out, you see looking down the shore, it's fairly light. And for right now, the Suffolk County mostly dry. It won't be the case as this area of low pressure continues to meander further north and east. We'll slide that rain across the rest of Long Island and then finally drying out as we move into tonight. We trade the rain for gusty wind, so it's not necessarily pleasant this evening, but not nearly as wet. First half of the day favors the widespread rain chances, then we get to taper those off tonight. I'll let you know when we warm up and really dry out and when the sun makes an appearance in the full AccuWeather forecast. Sandra?
Thank you very much, Danny. To the question.
I wish it was Broadway's Cats.
Right.
I'm not allowed to sing. Mr. B from Diane. I love that Mr. B is sitting like a human. That is me on the couch in approximately 2 hours. Oscar from Garcia thought this was very cute. Also loved the picture from Snoopy and Snoopy's harness from Sue. Looks like they're taking a little trip there. I want to know where they're going. Do you want to mention that next weekend I want to be able to show Super Cat Saturdays in costume ahead of Halloween. So if you have any pictures of your cats in costume, please email them to superpets@wabc.com. Gotta talk wet weather. Still seeing widespread showers this morning. You can wrap up that rain west to east moving into this afternoon, but then it gets windy and a whole lot colder for tomorrow. I'll show you the future cast time out the rest of today's rain in the full AccuWeather forecast coming up.